We put this video together to grab some tips from some local barbers that may help you build and retain clientele. These are real full-time barbers, whether they work in a shop, have their own suite, or maybe own their own shops. It's all great information that can be applied across the board. Take a listen, see what you can implement in your business. Hopefully these tips help you retain more clients, become more efficient, and in the end, create more free time for yourself. Thanks for watching.
I build a relationship. I actually try to build a genuine rapport with the client. I actually try to get to know them in that 30 minutes.
Make the experience about them, not about myself.
Show attention to detail, cover all the bases, find solutions to all their problems.
It's about the connection. It's not necessarily about the haircut.
I'm definitely gonna maximize on my personality that day, my customer service, the consultation, and before he leaves, I'm gonna pre-book his next appointment.
The fastest way I grew my clientele, really just being present in the shop, making sure that I greeted everybody, people knew my face, knew my name, even if they weren't my client, because that friendly face or that friendly interaction is something that they remember and something that they will take with them. So next time when they're actually a walk-in, they're actually asking for you because of that quick interaction that you had at the initial greeting or the initial contact that you had with them.
Honestly, was going out there and posting my business cards on cars. That was the quickest way I was able to get my books booked.
Fastest way I grew my clientele was word of mouth and consistency.
Is going hard on promotion, consistently posting and hashtagging the city and using Facebook groups and everything like that. It was what helped me many times before grow my clientele even faster.
Networking, and that's not just going out and shaking hands and handing out business cards. That is adding yourself to small business owner pages, going to barbering events, putting yourself out there.
You want to have a strong consultation. So don't just sit them down and be like, so what are we doing today? Have them sit down and evaluate their hair. Hey man, so I see that you kind of comb your hair over to the side. It looks like you maybe get about a 1 or a 2 on the sides. Is that correct? So this shows as a barber, you paid attention to what the client is already wanting and shows your experience once they sit in the chair. Go through a strong consultation, build it. Once they sit down, don't ask about the day, how's your week? Has them thinking about what's going on. And at the end of it, once the haircut is finished, face them towards the mirror, stand behind them and show them different angles. And if you see that they're trying to move around doing this to see it, turn them around and say, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and hand you the mirror, that way you can get a closer look. Beat them to it before they can ask you, hey, let me see the mirror. Hey, can you spin me around? Beat them to it. And at the end of the haircut, you check them out. You're like, hey, would you like a receipt? Yeah, go ahead and text it to me. Perfect. Would you like to rebook your next one? I don't, how about we book you for a week out, see how your haircut feels about then. If we need to adjust it, we can adjust it after that. How does that sound? Sounds great, book me down.
One thing I wish somebody would have told me early, business planning and money management. Lessons that we learn either through education or we learn them through trial and error. Trial and error is the biggest, it's the biggest teacher. But if we took time to learn business planning and money management, I feel that we could scale our business faster than going through the process of trial and error.
If I move to a new city and I want to fill up my book for that first week, I will go on social media and let them know ahead of time, hey, from this day to this day, I'm gonna be cutting hair in this location. Make sure you come book your appointment for a haircut. Now, depending on the city that I'm going to, I'm gonna hashtag. For instance, let's say I'm moving to Chicago, then I'm gonna put hashtag Chicago barber, Chicago best barber, or something like that. Something that I know people are gonna be looking for, but I'll do it at least, a month ahead, and I'll start building up and do it kind of like every day or every other day until I see that they're booking.
Yeah, I think one thing outside of like really cutting hair is I've learned to maximize on like my customer service skills. If I have a new client, and sometimes like even with an existing client that's been with me for a few years, I'll still shoot them a text and I say, hey, I really appreciate your business today. Good seeing you as always. Please let me know if you have any questions about product that you want to use, or maybe like a new haircut you want to switch up. I think that a lot of people, they come in, they get their haircut, then it's like, okay, bye, see you later. Like there's not like that intimate relationship with your client. And I think if you reach out to them and follow up, it's like, oh, this guy really cares about me, rather than just like taking my money and providing a service.
For me, the difference has been not showing my work, but showing my personality, showing a little bit of who I am, being a little bit funny, or just being a little bit more personable. That is what has drawn more clients to me on social media versus the likes.
We're posting for likes and for views. You'll get a lot of likes and views. If you're offering something that people want in the real world, it'll translate to real clients.
Man, I definitely feel like the difference between the liking and the loyalty aspect thing. A client likes you, they'll get in when they want to get in. They're not gonna really open up to you and be vulnerable. They're not really gonna tell you about their life. But I feel like a client that is like loyal to you, they're gonna be on time. They're gonna bring you coffee because they're reciprocating the energy and the love and the respect that you give to them. I feel like the more you pour into people, the more you're actually gonna get back. So I feel like it's just best case scenario just to give. It doesn't matter if they've been a first timer or a long time life client. You need to give them the same respect and energy and love since you did from day one.
The way I got consistent between the first and last cut and the busiest days was consistency with technique. If you learn your technique, develop a system, that'll carry you through each haircut. Being consistent with your technique is going to get you from the starting point to the finish point, not only with the haircut, but with your consultation, with the cut, and with your checkout, getting clients back into the chair. When you develop this system of consistency and technique, it becomes rinse and repeat. You can do this 100 times a day. My name is Mario Sanchez, and I work here at Top Flight Hair Studio in Fort Worth.
What's up, guys? My name is Trevor Young. I'm a luxury barber here in downtown Fort Worth at L&R Pro Studio Suites. And on Instagram, you can find me as That's Trev.
So my name is Papito Blessens, and I cover the whole DFW Dallas-Fort Worth area.
My name is Alondra Mejia, and I am the owner of Fades of Passion Studios here in Alliance Town Center.